Yo, what's up YouTube? Jay Traveling here. Today I got a quick video for you today. It's gonna follow up to my 3080 thermal throttling here now. Last video you guys saw the Octominer didn't work. It still pings 110C and it is mining Ethereum still. I did notice this was over 1% invalid shares. I just dialed back the overclock a little bit on that 2080 Ti. The rest seems to be going good. 3070 Ti is pushing the memory temp, but core's okay and power's okay, so I'm gonna leave that as is. This one though is the main focus of this video. I want to see if maybe switching to Flux I won't get as high a memory temperatures. Now it is on Ethereum. It's been on Ethereum since I've owned it. It is a non-LHR card, but I'm getting 50 megahash at 160 watts. You see I have it capped at 160 because of the temperatures, so you're at 108 with 53 megahash. Now it's hovering around 93 to 95 degrees Fahrenheit in my basement, and this is inside the grow tent, so it's probably pushing closer to possibly 100 degrees Fahrenheit in that room. But I also have a 3000 RPM fan that pumps out 150 CFM across this card, so it has the airflow that it needs, but I'm sure the thermal pads are shot at this point. So what I'm going to do is dual flight sheet this. So what I'm going to show you is how to do a dual flight sheet and also get it onto mini Z miner on Flux. So let's see, I probably don't think, here's one. So let's go in, and first thing I gotta look at is GPU 5. So 0 through 4 have to be on Ethereum and 5 will be on Flux. So we'll go in here and we'll edit the miner. So in T-Rex I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll apply that. Mini Z I have 4, which needs to be 5. I will apply that, and those are the coding, because when I launch this and add that flight sheet, now I'm going to set it, it's going to upload it. This one should go on to mini Z miner. Now these 5 should go on to T-Rex miner. So I just get the GPU code out of here. Every once in a while I run into where the GPUs assign different in the miner, but that is very rare. Usually HiveOS has it assigned pretty well. So once this configures, we'll go check the miner. As you can see, it's out of it now, just waiting rig config change. So if I refresh, it should do it. So am I correct? So no, GPU 4 is on Flux. So let's look at my flight sheet here, and those didn't take, so probably didn't update it correctly. 4, apply, and 5, apply all workers, because it's the only one on the flight sheet. And now it's going to change it. I didn't have this assigned to anything. I'm going to leave it at 160 watts because of the temperature. Once this takes effect, which it should have taken effect already. Yep. Now I need to get this going for a little bit to check this. These should fall right back in line with where they were. That shouldn't change at all, because I was on T-Rex previously. But if we go into miner here, and you can see it's in mini Z, so hold control, hit AA and switch miners, and you can see in this one those 5 ready to go, and it's building a DAG size as it should be. Control AA, and let's check the memory. 86. Okay, so now I usually run this as about 250 watts. Now one thing you can do if you don't know overclocks and you're on HiveOS, you can hit popular presets, select your coin. Since I'm on Flux, I can type in Flux and it'll give you some presets that people are running. Now on Flux, I don't jack the memory up like everyone else does. Like this guy's negative 2000, but I run my power about 250 to 225 to 250 on my 3080s when they're on Flux. I usually do about 100 core and 700 memory. But let's go in here, and what I want to check is if I were to put it up at 225 watts, we'll let that take effect and see if my memory climbs up. Now, if this doesn't spike the memory and I'm good, I probably won't change pads on this and just leave it on Flux and put it on a different rig and either put a different card on here, because I do have a 2080 Ti that's in the process of RMA that I can put back on this rig. I can keep it at 6 cards, and I do have a rig on Windows, so my plan might be my dual 3060 rig to 3D print a stand for this with a fan on it to run Flux on that on Windows. But that is all depending on how this card reacts to the overclocks. I don't want to run it at 160 watts, but it looks like this overclock isn't taking, which is odd. And it looks like I got a rig crash, so that may be too much power for the card. Maybe I overheated it. I doubt it's going to kick back on, so I'm going to have to probably hard reboot this one. We'll give it a few minutes and see if it kicks on, but I doubt it will. I'll probably have to shut the whole rig down and reboot it. So oddly enough, 225 kicked in and my temps are okay. I think I might need to turn it down a little, but I do this at 80. 225 seems alright. This will probably creep up as we go. As you can see, it's at 60 souls a second here. What it's reporting is this one in here, so that it's like an average. Now I'm at 100 C on the memory, still a little hot for Flux in my opinion. So I'm probably gonna have to tear this card down eventually, but I want to see how it does. Now I'm gonna leave this like this probably for a while. Now what's odd though is this crash. I haven't had the screen off long, but if we look at this, it still says uptime of 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So it must have just been a Hive error saying that rigs are offline. Because it also had my TUF Nuts rig offline, which has been up for 13 hours, and it was just these two. So I either had a small network issue or it wasn't actually offline. So let's look here. We're doing pretty well. I kind of don't want to push it any harder because of the memory temperatures. It's a little odd, like I said, that I'm getting them on here, but let's just do a what to miners, because I was doing on Ethereum about, I think I was getting like 51 mega hash at 160 watts, but now we're on, here we're doing, let's see, 68. So I'm gonna give this like a few minutes, I guess, but we'll do it because I'm pretty sure this will go up to like 70. So if we're in it, it's up at 75 souls right now. So I'm gonna give it a minute to kind of settle in. So it's been a few minutes. The average is still coming up. I'm still gonna leave it at 225 watts. After a while, I'll probably check my my power bank, see where I'm at. I'm probably pushing at 13 amps on one side, 12 on the other, so I'm probably a little higher than I really want to be. So I'm gonna leave this right there. But let's look at what I was getting 53 mega hash at 160 watts. Now I'm getting 78, almost 79 sold. This goes to 79. We'll report at 79 because Hive's only reporting my average, which isn't what I'm getting right now because I'm not too far into it. So I'm getting roughly 78. So I'm getting 78 souls a second. So I'm going to put this at 78 souls a second at 225 watts, 53 mega hash at 160, 15 cents a kilowatt hour. So I actually am going to produce more profit and revenue mining Flux with this card. Now, don't go out thinking that every 3080 is going to obviously move more profitable on Flux, because if we took a realistic example, like if we went to my TUF Nuts rig, which this 3080, it's not thermal padded, it's There's no thermal pad replacements. It just has better cooling on it. And this is inside of an Octominer. I'm getting 101 mega hash. My other one, if we went to For the Win, another non-LHR, this one's getting 102, but this one's copper plate modded, and you can tell definitely in the temperatures down here. 76C on the memory, just pumping away with 70% fan, 215 watts, not bad on the wattage, and 2800 memory. This thing is just shredding. These are all copper modded in this. That's why the memory temperatures are where they are inside this Octominer. This one, I just have no idea what's going on with it. I cannot get it to break 116 mega hash. But let's go back to what the Flux. So let's just say, I mean, I hit, we'll take my FTW Rig, for example. This is a LHR 3080. Probably a more realistic example, not plated, no thermal pads changed, getting 98 mega hash a second at 230 watts. So I'll say 225 watts at 99 mega hash. So if I was getting 99 mega hash at 225 watts, this would be a more realistic example. If I were to pad it, then Ethereum would obviously take over and have more profit and more revenue out of it. But I really, with Ethereum merge coming, I'm hesitant to go and buy copper plates because of the price of them. They're a little pricey, and to tear the card down, being that it's a gigabyte card and void my warranty, I don't know, it's up in the air. Odds are, knowing me, I'm probably going to end up tearing this card down and getting it on Ethereum at some point before the merge. But this was a good test for me to run, just seeing the difference in memory temperatures. As you can see, this is climbing up with the average, but I'm gonna leave it there. That's it I have for this test. Just wanted to switch it over to Flux and see how it did. I expect this to get probably a little over 80 souls a second if I were to up the power just a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave it as is. But thanks for checking this video out. Let me know if you guys are switching anything over to Flux, how your guys' 3080s are doing. If you think I should go about it and just do new thermal pads, maybe copper plate mod. I think the company that I went through, Cool My GPU, switched to aluminum plates, but they claim the same thermal conductivity as far as performance, even though copper is like twice the performance in thermal conductivity, but they're claiming the aluminum does just the same on these cars. But I don't know, maybe I'll try it out on this one, see how it does. But thanks for checking this video out. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Stay tuned for more.